There we go. We are recording. I don't know how long this will last. Hopefully I'll keep it to a half hour. We shall see. I have lots to share with you, and I am going to be totally truthful. I have only been able to try a couple of these things. I have not tried the majority of them. So I would love for somebody to try some of this stuff in the future and then let me know, because I would love to know. I don't see myself as a gardener in terms of veggies and fruit and stuff like that. Although my Ohio house did have a really nice backyard where I planted perennials and stuff. So I'm more of like a perennial person. But yeah, so please, just to be totally transparent, I am just giving you the information, and then you let me know how it works for you. So let's go ahead and share my screen. There we go. And that is good. You can see that okay?
Good.
Okay, I'm going to move this out of the way. And I am going to click the play button, but if somebody else jumps in, I will have to finagle it so that I can admit them. So and which I should have set up in advance to just admit them automatically, but I did not think about that. So here we go, gardening with doTERRA. Welcome, my friends. This is Teresa Lysum. I don't think I said that at the beginning, so I'll say it now, but let's go. Let's go check it out and see what we can learn. I'm going to start with just a few little basics about essential oils. What are essential oils, just in case you're new to essential oils? So they are highly potent chemical compounds from plants. They are the essence of the plant. I've heard them described as the life force of the plant. I've heard them described as the immune system, like the defense of the immune system of the plant. So it's a way of keeping plants healthy and, in good condition, and keep away the bad things. So essential oils are very, very important to a plant's life, and they get to share those with us because, us and plants are connected. We eat plants. We're very plant-like. So we're very similar to plants in our biology, if that makes sense. But the essential oils are what gives the plant its scent. And here we go. It protects plants from hazardous environmental conditions. And it also helps them with pollination. So essential oils are really, really important to plants. And again, we're blessed that we are able to share that with the plants. These are some of the things you could do with essential oils. This is not a real clear picture. I apologize, but they're useful for so many things: emotions, energy. You can clean with them. They're great for personal care in terms of, skin care, hair care. They can help on a cellular level. They keep your immune system boosted. They can help with every system in your body. So they're very, very powerful. And I like to believe they have an intelligence of their own, and they help our body come back into homeostasis. So our body does the healing, but essential oils are there to lend their support and help us get to that point in our health where our bodies can take care of everything. So why doTERRA? Why would you want to go with doTERRA oils? And I don't know if I have covered up a little bit of this in the bottom right corner, but these are some of the things. Their co-impact sourcing model, I believe, is fabulous. I am thrilled to be part of doTERRA because of co-impact sourcing. This is where they work with the harvesters and the farmers right at the point of origin, and they collaborate and they train and they educate and they give the farmers and the distillers living wages on a consistent basis. And so I just love that about doTERRA. They are providing jobs all over the world with people who need jobs. So they're supporting families all over the world. I absolutely love that. So they get their oils from the best place on the planet where these plants grow the best and give us the best consistency and the best constituents of the highest quality. The second thing is they're third-party tested. So every batch goes through a rigorous testing process so that we know it's 100% pure. There is nothing else in there but 100% essential oils. And in the essential oil industry as a whole, there's a lot of adulteration going on where the middlemen cut the oils so that they can make more money because they can stretch the oils farther. And so it's very, very important that testing is being done and the quality is proven to be very, very high. doTERRA, the last number was like 50 plus tests that their oils undergo. Their Healing Hands Foundation is another fabulous reason to partner with doTERRA, because I already talked about they're giving back to communities in terms of income and quality of life. And they also contribute to those communities with whatever projects need done. They just recently opened a hospital in Somaliland. They've provided clean water to communities. They've built schools. So they're really there on the ground, helping with these communities in terms of their everyday living conditions. I know they've really been helping out in the Ukraine right at this point in time and really providing on the ground services there. So I love that about doTERRA. And I love being part of all that just by opening my bottles of essential oil and using them. So we all win. It's a win-win situation all the way around. These are some of the places or the countries where we get some of our oils. I don't know if you can read it. It's pretty small. Like jasmine comes from Egypt. Patchouli and citronella comes from Indonesia. Nepal provides us with spikenard, turmeric, and wintergreen. So the entire world really is encompassed and sourced from for wherever we find these oils that are of the highest quality. doTERRA will go in there and create partnerships with these countries, these people that have, some of them have been farming essential oils, plants for essential oils, like for generations. So love that about doTERRA. So that's just a little bit about doTERRA and oils, just a really, really real quick little bit of info about it. And then we're going to jump into gardening with essential oils. So I love this quote. We are conducting a toxicological, that's a mouthful, experiment in our society in which our children and then their children are the experimental subjects, meaning toxins. You know, our environment is just being pumped full of toxins on a daily, minute by minute basis. And that, you know, will move forward into generations to come, sadly. So if we can cut down on toxins, you know, in so many ways, which we can control a lot of things. There's much we cannot control, but essential oils and essential oil infused products make it a lot easier and a lot more convenient to use clean, natural, safe, non-toxic products. So let's see what we got here. So we're going to just dive right in. So feel free to take screenshots, write some notes, but this is some ideas right off the bat, how to garden with oils. And some of this information might be repeated. So just so you know, and there might be teeny variations of some of these. So we're probably going to see some duplicated information. So peppermint's great to repel ants, spiders, and beetles. Put in a little spray bottle with some water. Basil, cinnamon, wild orange, all of these can be added to water in a spray bottle. Shake up your bottle before you spray things. And just, you know, might want to do a test first with one plant and make sure you're not injuring the plant in any way. I have heard that you spray around the soil, around the plants. So just experiment, go carefully, learn as you go, and see what works best. I love that basil will fertilize fruit trees or tomatoes. That would be an awesome experiment. I would love to do that. And then wild orange can attract bees for pollination. And we have another little bit of information about pollinators as well. So that's very cool. The idea that we're attracting pollinators and helping plants with essential oils that came from plants. That was kind of cool it's like a full circle. So this is an interesting concept, this companion planting with oils. Now we probably have heard of where you can plant different plants together so that they work together to like keep pests away, and they just thrive better when they're next to each other. I know you can plant flowers next to certain vegetable plants that kind of so that they're working together to protect each other. Similar thing will go on here with companion planting with oils. Now, it does say you put it in some warm water. You can see it's only 3 to 5 drops in 2 gallons. That's not very much oil. That's a very minimal amount. And does it say fill your watering can? So it doesn't say if you plant, I would guess you would just do it right on the soil. I don't know. Again, I'm just guessing. I'm making an educated guess there. But that is very cool like I said, I would love that as an experiment. That'd be great for a kid's experiment, a school experiment when they have to do like a science fair. Well, I'm going to have to remember that when my granddaughter gets to that age. That'd be fun. So here's some more information. This is a little bit more extensive. You can see fruit trees, calls for marjoram, and Melissa down at the bottom down there. Oregano for pumpkins. What an interesting concept. Be very, very careful with that. I would spray the ground and I would really dilute that oregano. And I'm just talking out loud what I would do personally. But again, it would be worth the experiment, because if this is all it takes to help those plants, then that's a really, really cost-effective way of partnering the oils with the plants, because you already have your oils. You don't have to go out and buy some extra fertilizer from someplace else. So let's dive into a little bit of pest control, because you have pests on the plants, you have pests in the air. So some pests we want and some pests we don't want. So this is, oh man, and I covered this. Now let me see if I can get out of there so I can move us out of the way here. I'm gonna hide this. Okay, there we go. Let me see if I can get back to that. So again, see how it say test a small area prior to using. So just like I suggested, do one plant, maybe one leaf, see what happens. Maybe have one plant separated from the other plants and just experiment with that one. So you will have to repeat this, after you water it, after a rain. Oh, it's still covered a little bit, but it's 20 drops of rosemary, 20 peppermint, 20 clove with some distilled water. Oh man, I'm sorry if you can you see that? Is that still hidden?
Well, I can minimize your picture and see it.
Okay, yeah, please do, because I'm sorry that's hidden a little bit. I thought I took care of that. Thank you. So again, great non-toxic way of trying it, because if it works, it's going to be really, really cheap. Now these two, I found some information on treating a few specifics. Fungus with tea tree, which is an idea that makes sense because tea tree has antifungal properties. So that would make sense. Put that in a spray bottle, spray it onto the plant and surrounding soil twice a week. So this is suggesting on the plant itself and in the soil. And then pollinators, here's where we have a little bit, another idea. And yeah, there it is, wild orange in a spray bottle. That's confirming what I said a few minutes ago. Put it in a spray bottle with some water. Use good water. I would use distilled water myself, but that's just me, unless you have good water. spray it right on the flowers, and it's going to attract pollinators, bees, to your plants if you know that you need a certain amount of pollination going on. And again, I'm not a gardener, but I know there's gardeners out there that really know about that stuff. Snails. I remember we had snails and slugs and stuff in Ohio. So this would be, yep, there it is. This would be worth trying. Cedarwood or patchouli in a spray bottle. Spray the areas where you're getting slugs. Another wonderful experiment. Peppermint is great for mice and rodents. The thing about this, and I have done this, put a couple drops on a cotton ball, tuck it into holes. We've tucked it on like our riding lawnmower. Used to get mice in it. So we would leave the cover up from the engine and put some cotton balls in there. So it does work. You do have to replenish periodically. You just can't put some in there and then come back 6 months later and expect the mice to stay out. So you do have to replenish the peppermint to keep mice away. So here's some more about bugs. And I'm not going to read all those, but you can see all of the oils and the insects, the pests that they're going to deter. 10 drops, 8-ounce spray bottle, plus a little bit of that Castile soap. It's going to make it a little bit slippery, a little bit, I don't know. I guess slippery is what I'm going to go with, because that's what it feels like to me when I get some on my hand. So shake it. It's going to probably be a little bubbly. Spray it over your plants to keep some of these specific insects away. That'd be great for ticks, because I know ticks can be a problem around some places. That might be worth putting on a spray on your feet, on your shoes, maybe around your ankles, you know, parts that might get ticks on them when you're out walking. The interesting about dogs, putting that on the collar of a dog or on the, like a handkerchief, you know, some people tie handkerchiefs around their dog's collars, spray that on that and put that around the dog and see how that works to keep ticks off of a pet. I wonder about diffusing clove, peppermint, and rosemary for flies. That might be interesting as well, to diffuse that in an enclosed space that has flies flying around, which we did this past fall. Man, we had flies everywhere. I'm gonna have to revisit that. And then here's a really nice list, a little bit more extensive in a little bit different format, but Arborvitae, I thought that was interesting. Just about everything. Arborvitae is, yeah, from a tree, which I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that the tree that, no, I'm thinking of a different tree. The tree that doesn't decay, or that's a different tree, I think. But that's cool that Arborvitae is so powerful that it can address and keep away just about any pest, any flying thing. See, there's geranium with ticks again. Let's see, mosquitoes and lavender. Yes, that does work. Not real effectively, but it does work. Patchouli. I know patchouli and gnats don't go together, because sometimes, you know, I don't know when they come out, in the fall or in the winter. If you have fruit sitting out or something, you get those little teeny gnats, and they're just bothersome and it's hard to get rid of them. The patchouli really did work for me. I was spraying things down with patchouli and water and really keeping at them, and they did disappear. Not too far afterward, but so I have used that for sure, the gnats and the patchouli.
The peppermint, the peppermint does work for moths and flying insects that are attracted to lights in the evening.
Oh, okay, good to know. Like,
I've
where do you
sprayed,
put it?
I spray it around my door and my lights, and I have to redo it every couple weeks, but it
Mhm.
does keep them down.
Okay, that's another good thing to know. Thank you. Now, the last one says white fur. We don't sell white fur anymore, but we do sell Siberian fur, and that would probably work because white fur, that's Siberian fur is the substitution for white fur now. So I believe those can be used interchangeably. Now, if you do get some bugs that are bugging you and biting you, which I know some people really are affected by bug bites, they'll really swell up and get a nice welt. Here's a nice little roller blend, lavender and some peppermint, and put it in a 10 mil roller, top it with fractionated coconut oil, and use that, label it, and use that to just have ready that you can just roll on when somebody does get bit. Purify works great. I've used Purify before. That's delightful as well. I can put that directly on a bug bite just from my finger right out of the bottle on my whatever is itching. So Purify works great. I have had experience with that. Lavender is great for itching. So yeah, I would say any combination of these three would be fabulous for like an after bite thing. And again, it's going to be natural, safe. It's not going to have any icky synthetic stuff in it, because I know you can buy after bite, but this is going to be a lot more natural and safer, especially for kids. But label it. Here's a weed killer. I've used this as well, and this really does work. This works incredibly well. Clove oil, vinegar. I think I put a little bit more salt in it than that. And I believe I also did water. I think I might have done the equal amounts of water and vinegar, actually, if I can remember correctly. And I put it in like a professional weed spray. You know, you get, I had a little pump on mine, and then it has like a long extended nozzle so you can get down close to the weeds. So yes, I used that several times and it really did work very well. So I can attest to that also. But you do want to put some of that salt in there because that is, that kills things as well. If you want to clean your hands, if you're down in the dirt and you're really getting dirty because you love that, being in Mother Earth and feeling her energy and everything, this is something you could try if you're a DIY person. It's like a little sugar scrub, and it's going to leave your hands smelling really, really good. And it's going to be soft with that vitamin E in there and the Castile soap. So this would be like a little hand scrub. Or you can also buy the, On Guard concentrating foaming hand wash, but that won't be scrubby like this. Now, to get back to bugs, and I'm sorry, I should have flip-flopped these slides a little bit better. doTERRA does have the Terra Shield blend, and that is a combination of, 6 oils that are bug repelling. So it's a nice mix of oils that insects don't like. So this comes in the 15 mil. This also comes in a little spray bottle, fine mist spray bottle. So you can get either or, whichever one you want to use. You don't need a lot of this. I know when I used to use the commercial bug sprays on myself and my kids, like you would spray that stuff all over everything. I mean, just cover yourself from head to toe in that spray. But it's got toxins in it. It's hormone disrupting. It's not good for your skin. So again, this is a natural alternative to that. So Terra Shield, you don't need that much. When I use it straight out of the 15 mil bottle, I just put a drop like inside my elbow creases, on my wrists, around my ankles, maybe a drop around each knee, back of my neck, and rub it in, and that's it. If you get the spray, same thing. I don't spray myself totally with the spray. I just put it in those couple of spots, and that seems to be more than enough. You can make your own spray with the TerraShield out of the 15 ml bottle. And I actually recommend or suggest people buy it in the spray, save it, and then get the TerraShield in the 15 ml and just make your own. So put in maybe 15, 20 drops out of the blend bottle here, and then top it off with water, and you have your own fine mist TerraShield spray. So either or, they both will work fine. You just have to decide what is more convenient for you. I can see diffusing this also. This would be awesome to diffuse on a patio in an enclosed sunroom, which is, I'm in an enclosed sunroom right now. So that would be awesome to diffuse to keep those insects at bay. And I have heard lots of testimonies about this spray being wonderful, or this blend. This is just a fun tip, and I have done this many, many times. I put, when I get cut flowers, which I've been treating myself to cut flowers every week or two, most of the year now. I love it. 1 or 2 drops of tea tree in your water in your vase, and it extends the life of your flowers, your cut flowers. If I'm on top of it, I will cut them a second time at the bottom, and they go a little bit longer, but I'm not always on top of it like that. I've also used Purify. Purify works well as well. So 1 or 2 drops of either or, and it's going to help keep your fresh cut flowers doing well. I don't even use that little packet of powder that comes with them anymore. I just use my oils. So a little fun tip there. Fruit and veggie wash. When you have your produce that you just grew out in your garden with your, where you're partnering essential oils and your plants, and you're keeping yourself bug free with your TerraShield. So you got all this essential oil stuff going on as you garden. You washed your hand with your soap that you made. You take your stuff inside, and you can spray down your veggies with this spray. And I typically have had a spray bottle of some kind of veggie wash on my counter by my sink for many, many years now. So you can use, and this is just one version of it. You can use apple cider vinegar, white vinegar. I personally just use water, but you can certainly add some vinegar. Some drops of lemon essential oil. I just keep it there, shake it, spray down my veggies, my fruit especially, because I'm a big apple eater. And I kind of gives it a little extra cleaning, because a lot of, fruits and vegetables have pesticides on them. Love that. I just feel better knowing that I've done something to get rid of some of that stuff. You can also just fill a bowl with some water, put in some lemon. And this suggests some foaming hand wash as well. I have never tried that, but soaking, this would be great for berries. Soaking your berries in this veggie fruit wash, and just let them sit there for a while, and then rinse them clean. And then that's going to give you less toxins that you're ingesting from those fruits and vegetables. A couple more things I was thinking of. If you're out in the sun, working out in the garden, you might get hurt or you might have been out there too long. So these are some little after things you could use for when you're out there after an intense day of gardening. If you scratch yourself or something, you can make a little owie spray. There's some options there. You can use 10 drops of each. You can just use tea tree and lavender. So I think you can use a little combination there. Keep it in a spray bottle, label it, and it's there. This is great for kids, but hey, why not adults? Everybody gets a boo-boo at some point. Put this on your boo-boo and get on with your gardening. If you've been out there too much, you can also use this after spray. Again, look at it, it's the same 3 oils, lavender, tea tree, frankincense. hey, you can use the owie spray and the after sun, the exact same bottle now that I look at them. So yes, these are the exact same recipe. After, for if you have some hot red skin or a boo-boo, you can use this spray. The only difference is what? 1 ounce, witch hazel on the ouchie spray, the owie spray. But I would use this, you know, back and forth between boo-boos and red skin. So I just noticed that just now. So just remember your pets. Your pets are probably out and about while you're out in the garden. They can use essential oils as well. And they don't want bugs bothering them neither. So this is a repelling shampoo. You see there's some TerraShield in there, some geranium, some peppermint. Put this all in with some water in a sprayer. Did they say that the size? 8 ounces. Oh, so you can use some regular shampoo and just add to it or use water. So yeah, it's 8 ounces of water in a plastic, probably like a squirt bottle would be fine. And use that for your dog. Love that. And he's going to smell really, really good too. Just make sure your dog's okay with it before you shampoo your dog with it. You know, make sure your dog's fine with essential oils, like maybe put some on your hand, put it up towards your dogs or your whatever animal you have. I don't know if cats, I don't know if this would work for cats or not. Make sure they smell it, make sure they're okay with it. They will indicate to you whether they're okay with it or not. So make sure you're partnering with your dog and they are giving you their permission to use this on them. Whenever you're working with animals, you want to pretty much partner with them and make sure they're okay. We don't want to force essential oils on any animal. And a lot of animals are very, very accepting. And there's also some days they will be okay with what you offer them, and some days they will not be. So just be aware of that as well. You might want to make up a little batch of this and try that before you make up this big batch. We don't want to waste all that stuff. Now this is, I just put this on here because there's a lot of different things in here. Hopefully you can read it. Some of them are repeating, but I really wanted to point out that purple bottle. That's an awesome purple spray bottle you can get from doTERRA. I believe it comes in a 2-pack. You can put your weed spray in there. You can put your garden pest spray that I shared with you. It talks about your hand soap. This is another version of a hand soap, number 6. You could use it for your too much sun spray. I probably would not. I would want to save this purple bottle for a bigger batch of something, like the fungus spray or something like that. So yeah, that purple bottle is awesome. I love the way the mist comes out. I have multiples of those bottles. Correct X would be great for like a after bug bite as well, or to put on boo-boos. So Correct X in that little bottle, that little tube in the middle, that's an awesome thing to have on hand as well if you're going to be outside a lot and doing some gardening. Deep blue, you might get achy out there, might be bending too much. I know if I do too much yard work, I have some discomfort in my lower back. Deep blue rub would be perfect to have on hand. They also have the deep blue stick nowadays. Rub that on. Put some copaiba blend on, copaiba. It's an essential oil single right on top of that. And you're going to have a great set of tools to relieve that discomfort after gardening. So that's about all I have for you in terms of information to share. I did want to revisit, if you're new to doTERRA and new to essential oils, if you want to purchase some oils, purchase a kit, purchase these tools that are going to help you do a more organic, non-toxic way to garden. You can pay retail, which is full price, which we never want anybody to do. Friends don't let friends buy retail. Wholesale, as soon as you get your own doTERRA account, you're immediately getting 25% off. And you pay $35 only the first year. Every year after that, it drops down to 25, which is pretty impressive. And then you can also, once you get in with doTERRA, get your own account, you can be part of a program that allows you to pretty much pay below wholesale pricing. And it's free and it's customizable. We're not going to go into that here, but just wanted you to know there's 3 ways. There's my email if you want to get a hold of me and let me know what you're interested in. And we now have the option of customizing your own kit. doTERRA has bundled together a bunch of kits that you can choose from according to your own needs and your own budget. You get your own account for free, actually. And you can do that with the customized one now. You get the account for free now that I think about it. So I can help you, or anybody that connects you with doTERRA, help you pick out what you need to get started. And if it's over 150 PV, which is just point value, then your membership, your own account is free. Plus you get guidance, you get support, you get mentoring, you get education, you get all kinds of goodies bundled with that. And then to wrap this up, we have 3 types of people that are part of doTERRA. The first type of person is person who just wants the products, just wants to live a natural, healthy lifestyle where they're using safe, natural products. They can make their own safe, natural products, and they just want to buy the products at a discounted price. We love people like that. And then the second type of person is somebody who loves them so much, they can't wait to tell everybody in their life about them. So those people can possibly get their products paid for. We would talk about that, but yes, there is a possibility you can get your products paid for if you share with the people in your lives, and you could get some free stuff as well. And then there's the third person who is like me, and that is the person who has decided to intentionally reach out to people, teach people on a bigger level, a higher level, on a consistent basis, and actually earn some income, earn some side money, get their products paid for, and have some extra, and then have an impact on many, many people because of that activity. So it's really fun too. I've met awesome people by being the third type of person. So if you want to share what you love about doTERRA with people in your life, or if you want to earn some extra income, then you want to get with me, get with somebody who has connected you with doTERRA and talk with them about that. It's a fun way of living life. So that's all I got for you. Thank you so much for joining me. This was fun. I enjoyed all this information. I would love to hear other people's experiences if they have used any of this, or when you do use it, I'd love to know. So thank you so much. I'm going to stop my share. Well, did I stop my share?
Yes.
I did. Okay, thank you. So I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye and stop the recording. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope you got some value and I was helpful for you before you start going out there and getting your garden ready. I know a lot of people are already planting their seedlings, their seeds, and getting ready for their garden. So thank you so much, and reach out to me if you need me. Thanks. Bye-bye.